going on, y'all? My name is WALDRON. A bit of a different video for y'all today, man. First and foremost, I got a very special guest. Let the people know who we here with today, man.
Materion Whitlock, event space owner, Room 612 Event Center, #1 event center in Douglasville, Georgia. Check me out.
Let's get it.
Hey, at Room 612, by the way, on Instagram.
Nah, man. So as y'all can see, we are clearly not in event space this time. I'm not in my office, and we also have a guest. So we're actually trying to bring out something a little different for y'all. So essentially what I wanted to do is I wanted to have just a real in-depth conversation with my guy, Terrion, one of the first people that I thought like, hey, who would be great for this type of style of content. Thought of my guy, Terrion. So essentially what I want to do, and I know I kind of hid it from you before because I wanted to get your organic reaction, is I wanted to rate the top reasons, or I call them excuses, in terms of why people might not be in their event space or why not have started their event space business. Okay. So we're gonna rank them based on tiers from S through F.
S through F.
So S would be, in this context, S would be like, yo, this is a super valid excuse. This is a super good reason.
I can go with this one.
I can go with this one. And F would be like, absolutely not. No way, no how. This is BS. This shouldn't even be a thing. Okay?
Alright, cool.
So without further ado, let's go ahead and just run it.
Alright.
So forgive me if I ask a couple follow-up questions, but I want to get your thoughts first, and I'm gonna give my little 2 cents over.
Okay, cool.
Right? So the first one I have, in terms of an excuse that people use to not start their event space business, is I don't have the money or credit.
BS, absolutely. So that is, I would say I don't have the money or credit. Credit is tough. The only reason why.
What would you rate it? Then you can give me a.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, I don't want to say it's an F. So what's good? Give me the ranking.
So S is like, yo, this is a valid excuse.
And what else?
And then F is like, this is absolutely BS. Like, this shouldn't even be a thing.
I'm gonna go F.
Okay.
I'm gonna go F.
Why you say that?
Because I'm going back and forth on me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going back and forth on it. But the reason
if you're going back and forth, this shouldn't be an F. It should be somewhere in the middle.
So yeah, give me somewhere in the middle.
So what, like a C?
Like a D.
Like a D?
Okay, why a D? Give me a D. All right.
Yo, what?
No. Come on.
All right. Yeah.
So I would rank it a D.
Okay.
And here's why. I just feel like entrepreneurship, anytime you're trying to start something, anytime you're trying to step into something different, there's a thing called resourcefulness. Right? And I feel like if we let the excuse of I don't have start to sink in, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
Okay.
Right? So there are a lot of people work jobs. So
give them some game.
401k loans. Okay. Right? We can ask mom, we can ask dad. Okay. There are credit repair programs. Okay. There are such things as business credit. Okay. There's a such thing as just getting it out the mud and saving up.
Okay.
Right? So and that's just off the top of the dome. Okay. With no research. So I would say D, that's really not a valid excuse.
Okay. I would probably be closer to a B or a C.
Really?
Yeah. So the only reason I say that is because, especially if, like, say for example, you take somebody like worst possible situation, 500 credit score, bankruptcy, this and the third.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, there's only so much resourcefulness you can do. Now, with that being said, it's to your point, there are obviously resources that can be dealt with. And the thing about it is that you have to start today.
Yes.
Because whether you have a 500 credit score, 600 credit score, 700 credit score, it's not going to change unless something changes.
Yes.
So with that being said, if I had a 500, 580 credit score today, right? Absolutely, start with the credit repair, right? Start going. So there may not be a whole ton of things you can do in terms of starting the actual business today, but you can start that process today to get into a position.
Build the foundation.
Exactly. Now, if you're not in that position where, you know, credit is a huge issue, then yeah, 100% you have absolutely no excuses.
Right.
There's no excuse.
I think I was thinking more along the lines of people who don't have as many, like the bankruptcy. That's kind of that's an extreme case, right? Someone with really, really bad credit. But even in those cases, I have seen people who, I've seen people with really, really bad situations that came back a year later. Hey, Terrion, I did credit repair for a year. I'm back. Now let's work.
100%.
Right, so I've seen that.
I've seen it happen all the time. I literally was just on a call with a dude who signed up. He was just like, hey, look, listen, the first time I applied for Event Space Elites, my credit wasn't in the best shape.
Absolutely.
Worked on it, came back a year later, got in, right?
Yeah.
But it's like he had to make the decision to start at that moment.
Yeah.
Too many people I see, like they'd be like, oh, well, I didn't know how to get the funding or anything like that. It's just, well, where's the credit?
Yeah.
Oh, it's messed up. Well, then why aren't you fixing it?
Yeah.
That's something that you can 100% start today.
100%.
And there's, even if you don't want to pay for a credit repair company, well, there's resources on YouTube where you can
do it for free. You can do it yourself.
Yeah, 100%. Start setting out letters, start, suing the credit repair agencies, whatever you want to do. Like, there's steps that you can take, but to just kind of throw up your hands and be like, oh, there's nothing I can do. Well, that's just, you're abdicating.
I love it. 100%. 100%.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you're on a D. I'm at like a B or C. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This might be an interesting one. This one might be a tricky one, right? I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
What's your thoughts?
Give me context.
No, that's all the context I can give you.
That's all you can give me?
That's all I can give you. I'm just somebody saying I'm not ready yet. Or even if they want to say like, it's not my time.
Oh, that's BS. Yeah, that's BS. So, the reason why I ask for context, because it's situational, right? Everyone has, some situations are worse than others. But if a person if a person says, I want to start an event space, and then follows up and say, it's not my time, I'm just going to wait, I'm going to take that as BS.
Okay.
Right? To me.
Okay. So what are you rating it?
That's an F.
That's an F.
That's an F.
Okay.
That's an F to me. There's never a perfect time to start. There's never a perfect time to start. There are successful businesses right now I can think of that were started during the pandemic.
For sure.
Right? During the dot-com bubble, like during the downturn. There are businesses that were started in wars, right? I'm just a firm believer that there is never a perfect time to do the thing that you want to do, right? And it's gonna be uncomfortable, and the work is gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So giving that excuse of it's not my time, I'm not ready, you're never gonna be ready, right? Because you're waiting for a perfect situation, and that doesn't exist. Okay. That's my opinion.
Okay. I would probably put it at, I'd probably put it at like a D.
Okay.
Yeah. The only reason I wouldn't put it as an F is only because of focus. Like if you just jumped into something, then I personally would be like, okay, cool, focus on that. But that doesn't apply to many people. That doesn't apply to many people because it's very rare that somebody would just start a business and then looking to be started. That's very, very rare. Or they've got like a good thing going and then they're trying to pivot. Like that's BS to me.
Right.
For everybody else, to kind of piggyback off what you're saying in terms of it's not the right time, and this is obviously you see something a lot, especially when people are trying to start their first business. And to your point, it's like when will be the right time? But to take it a step further, I feel like a lot of times people don't give themselves enough bandwidth. What I mean by that, right? A lot of people, for some reason, they think they're one-dimensional. They think that they can only do one thing. Oh, I just had a kid. I can only be a mom. I just got a job.
I just started a job.
I can only work a 9 to 5. And it's just like, why do you believe you can only do that? Why do you, and the thing about it is just like, I think that God has blessed me with a mom that came into this world and came to this country doing so much that that's like all I know and that's all I understand. Because I feel like if I had a mom who was like, shout out my mom, right? I feel like if I had a mom and no disrespect to stay-at-home moms, but who was just a stay-at-home mom, well then my experience would be curated by that. And I'd be like, okay, cool, well yeah, like all I know is a stay-at-home mom. But like literally my mom came to this country by herself, got her first job, bought a building, raised a kid, went to school. So it's just kind of like when I see people talking about it, people our age, right? Who are American, right? Yeah. Who have all the resources, have their parents, have this, have that, and be like, oh yeah, like I'm in school right now, and like that one especially, because I'm just like, dude, like I went to college while running a business, while having a job.
I think about when you were saying that, the first thing I was thinking about is even with in the ESC community, we're talking about like doing more. Just doing more. And I've heard every excuse, right? I've heard every excuse, and I tell people all the time, just give me all the excuses that you can give me. Just bring them to me. Just give them to me all at one time, right? And I haven't heard one
that was valid.
No, I have not. I haven't. I'm working. I'm like, check. I have a job. I'm like, check. You don't understand. I'm married. I gotta check. I gotta go get the kids. Check. The dog. Check. Traffic, weather, war. Check. And, right? One of my favorite quotes is, there is someone somewhere with less than you doing better.
More.
Yes, and doing more and doing better than you. Why? It's action. And it's the inaction that handicaps people, because they think that they can only be one-dimensional, right? So, hey, I'm working a job and I have the kids and I'm balancing all this. I don't really have space for something else. If you tell yourself that, that's true, right? But I tell myself, I live off my calendar. I have space for what my calendar allows.
Just to add on to that, I think a lot of people, which is why I talk about bandwidth, I think a lot of people don't understand time management.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it boils down to. It's like, when they say I'm not ready yet, that's a skill issue. That's a skill issue. Because that shows that you don't understand how to manage and budget your time in a way that is conducive to your goals, right?
I agree.
One thing that my mom always told me, you want to learn how to get something done, ask a busy person. Because somebody who's not busy, they don't have shit going on.
Yeah, they don't understand what it takes.
Right? Somebody who's busy understand, and it's so, I realized this myself because it was, for example, when I was, talking to the setters, shout out all the setters on ESC, right? Shout out ESC, right? When I was talking to the setters and they were just like, oh, well, this amount of dials is hard or this many hours is due. I was like, all right, cool, let me do it. And I did it with all the other meetings that I have. Yeah. And everybody was like, huh? But that's the thing, right? It's like, those excuses don't stand with you because you've done it.
Yeah, for sure.
Those excuses don't stand by me because I was raised by somebody who's done it, and now I'm doing it. So it's like, I will always be able to go back to, oh, that's the reason that you couldn't do it? Oh, well, let me give you my personal testimony.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me give you, because I was literally in school with my event space business, with my server job, and they were all in different places. Server job was in Long Island. I was living in Brooklyn, and then I was going to school in the city, trapping out the Nissan Altima. So it's just kind of like, when people talk about excuses, it's like, that just doesn't line up for me. It's just, you're scared.
It's priorities as well.
Oh, 100%.
It's priorities as well. So like, you do what you make time for, right? So if it's not important enough for you, if it's just one of those things where it's like the thing or the hobby or the
nice to have.
When I get time, I'm going to, that's one of my favorite things. I love it. Like when people tell me, like, when I get time, I'm like, bro, tell me about when I get time. You have to make time, right? It doesn't appear. Your calendar doesn't just empty out and you have this extra hour of the day that no one else has. We all get the same 24, 100%. Right? You have to make time for it.
100%. All right, so that one got absolutely obliterated. That one got absolutely murdered, right? This is a really, really interesting one, right? And I'm very interested to see what you think about this, right? The market is saturated where I live. I want to know your thoughts on that one.
All right, cool. So anytime I hear that, I always go back to two examples. The first example is if I was opening up a fast food restaurant. I went downtown and I looked on the corner and I seen a Chick-fil-A, and across the corner I saw a McDonald's, and then across the corner I saw a Wendy's. My mind would think, there's too many restaurants down here. I should go somewhere else because there's too many restaurants down here, right? And that's how a lot of people think, right? What I always say is, there's a lot of opportunity right here because there's people spending money right here. They're going from cross the street, they have options. So I want to be one of the options. So I want to enter the saturation, right? Another example is the same thing where when you're traveling, when you go into a big city, there are hotels downtown, across from a Marriott, Hilton, so forth and so on. There are options. I look at saturation as a mindset, and I think that anytime you enter a market, it's gonna be competition. There's nothing wrong with competition. I also look at it as what makes you different, Right, so you're entering the market and we're offering the same thing and I'm copying your same exact plan. Yeah, and we're all doing the same thing, that's saturation. But what makes me different? I offer a different skill set, I offer a different price point, I offer a different set of things. So I don't really believe in the saturation.
Okay.
That's me.
So what would you rate it?
I would give it like a C.
Like a C?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree, but I would attack it from a different angle, kind of closer to what you were kind of saying at the tail end of what you were speaking on. I don't believe in competition. I believe in lacking a unique selling proposition.
Right. Yep.
So many people talk about competition, like, oh, competition. 100%, if there's other people doing the same thing, that just proves that it's a viable market,
100%.
right? But I feel like too many times people feel they look at competition as, okay, cool, these people are offering this. If I offer this as well, I'm not gonna stand out. And you're right. You're 100% correct.
Yes.
You're right. If you do offer a cookie cutter version of what everybody else is offering, you are not going to stand out.
Right.
So don't do that.
Yep.
Right? If everybody is white walls, white floors, white tablecloths, this, that, and the third, just four walls, then you're gonna get crushed by whoever's the cheapest one.
Exactly.
Or whoever has the most presence and spending the most on marketing.
Yep.
But if you come in with something different, new packages, new level of customer service, new brand, whatever the case may be, then you are gonna stand out.
What makes you different?
Right. So I mean, what would you say are 2 to 3 different ways that somebody breaking into this market could stand out so they don't even have to worry about competition?
So number one is brand and your story.
Okay.
So everyone has a story, right? So we all can sell tables, chairs, linen, all this type of stuff, right? But your story is your story. What made you get into the event space industry, right? And what do you bring to this industry? That is you. That's your unique thing, right? Number one is always your story. I'm a firm believer in that. Number two is there are different pockets within the event space industry, but you can niche it down to just only offer certain things, or you can specialize in certain things. So at Room 612, we specialize in birthday parties, baby showers, wedding reception, right? BK Event Spaces, you may specialize in weddings. You may specialize in the big packages. So specialties, niching down would definitely differentiate you.
Okay. I would, just to add on, got a special guest, but to add on to that, so definitely I 100% agree with brand. I would, just to kind of, I guess, go more of like an ad hoc example, rentals.
Okay, for sure.
You being able to acquire luxury rentals is one of the it's expensive, but
it's a differentiating factor, though.
It's a higher barrier to entry. It's like, I remember, this was like the second time that I had ordered furniture from overseas, right? And I had spent probably about $48,000 bringing in furniture from overseas. When I tell you I made that money back so quickly.
Because nobody else had it.
Nobody else had these items. Like, literally our catalog was so extensive with like beautiful items that we, like, per drop off, we were a drop off $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 for dropping items off and picking it back up. Like but it was like nobody else had this. So there was zero competition.
No competition.
I had the best of the best event planners reaching out to me like, oh, I have this party for this celebrity or this rapper or this person, this and third, and they want that. Because you know how it is with event planners, they always want to show out. Especially when their brand is predicated on having a luxury item. It's like, oh, I'm the first event planner with that particular type of pedestal.
If you want this, come to me. I know where to get these.
100%. 100%, because they want to show off. They want to show out. So it's like, you're the person, and then because you're that person, oh, well, I'm only going to come out if you spend at least $1,000 with me. I'm only going to come out if you spend $2,000 with me, right? And when you have the venue on top of that, and you can only get those rentals by booking
the
my
venue.
Whew.
Calendar
is stupid. And then you have those items set up when somebody comes in to it's game over.
Yeah.
Game over.
For sure.
Because then somebody's gonna walk in and they're like, I've never seen this before.
How can I get this?
How can I get
here?
that?
Yeah.
We only offer this here.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
So then at that point, like, there's nothing to worry about with competition.
Nah, I 100% agree. That instantly differentiates you. That instantly puts you in another category. You could be next door to 5 event spaces.
Absolutely.
Right?
And we were.
Right?
We were.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing for me. Like when we started, we literally walked into a situation where it was 3 event spaces. We were in the middle of 3 event spaces that were established.
Yep.
Right? So our brand instantly made us different. So I definitely agree with that though.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one you're probably gonna have a lot more to say than me. I mean, I probably have a little something to say. I don't have the support. What would you rate it? What would you rate it first?
All right. So
I actually do have something I could say.
okay. So I would say that. Can I put multiple ones in a category?
What do you mean?
Like, because I've already said D and F.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like 1 per category. I don't know how you're doing this because you didn't tell me anything.
I mean, we don't want to flood a category.
All of them bullshit. I don't have the support is D. That's
Okay.
all right.
Not F. D.
Not F.
Okay.
D. I'm saving my F.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm saving it because I feel like you don't come with something that I'm
Okay.
gonna totally disagree with. So it's like a D-, right? I don't have the support as a D-. And here's why.
Okay.
Here's why, bro. It's because not having the support doesn't dictate the goal or the dream.
Okay, elaborate.
Right. So the goal and the dream, when we dream of these things and we say, hey, I want this. I want to open this event space, right? And I want to have the #1 event space here in my city. That dream is not predicated on you getting support from your family and your friends. And I'm assuming you're talking about support from your family and your friends. So your
Family, friends, spouse.
your circle.
Yeah.
Right, cool. All right. So, nah, I can't go with that because I'll just tell you from my personal experience. As a serial entrepreneur who has had some successful businesses and some failures,
As we all have.
right? My wife was not 100% sold on Room 612. It doesn't. And I'll just tell you that. My mom, who is my biggest supporter, she is like just team me, but she's also like, how many times we gonna keep doing this? Like, come on, you gotta make something, you gotta figure something out. My brother, he's like, you got a lot going on right now, right? They love me, they support me, but it's coming to a point where they're like, hey, what are we doing? The support wasn't there, bro. Until I got it off the ground. That first month we did 10K, the second month we did 15K. That second month is when I got buy-in from my wife, all right? My first sold out month is when I got buy-in from my mom and my brother, all right? I didn't get buy-in from my friends until about 6 months in. If I would have waited until I got buy-in from them, we wouldn't be here, right? It's my personal situation I'm speaking on. A lot of the things that I had to do, I had to figure them out. Now, I had a great mentor within ESC, within you, the system, all that stuff worked. That was my support, right? The program was my support. As far as my family, my friends, I didn't necessarily have that in the beginning. Not saying they didn't love me or they didn't want me to win. I kind of had exhausted all that, you know what I'm saying, from previous ventures. So, yeah, that's why I stand on that.
I would probably put it closer to an F.
Okay. I said D-.
Right, nah, I totally get it. The reason I put it as an F is because I firmly believe that you don't need support. Like it's just, I've never ever, like this is just how I view partnerships overall. I don't think they're necessary unless they add complementary skill set.
1000%.
You know, a lot of times people want to get into business with their friends or they want to start a family business. Let the business become family. Don't let family become business.
That's tough.
Right? With that being said, I know a lot of times people want to start businesses for their family, and it ends up being a crutch. It ends up being a void. It ends up being something that only hinders them and not helps them. Because you're sitting here trying to bring your uncle on board, your brother on board, your sister, your mom on board. They don't have the same goals, dreams, and aspirations as you.
Nah.
So by you waiting for somebody else And I don't care if it's a spouse, I don't care if it's a brother, sister, whatever the case may be, you are in essence putting your goals and
in their hands.
In their hands.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and here's the funny part that people don't realize until it's too late, right? In 5 years from now, when you are not in the position that you want to be, you can't turn around and blame them.
No, absolutely.
You can't turn around and say, oh, I didn't do it because of you.
No.
Because at the end of the day, it's your life.
Yes, 100%.
And you will look like an utter fool by trying to blame this person when you had all the autonomy in the world.
You had all the information and resources.
You had all the autonomy in the world. And if you want to sit around and wait for this person to support you, then if it doesn't happen because of them, you cannot blame them. You can only blame yourself.
I'll take it a step further on that point. I'm God-fearing, right? And I firmly believe that when God gives you a vision, it's not meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's only meant for you, so it's through your eyes. He gave you the vision.
Right.
Right? And so everyone else may not be able to see it because it wasn't for them. Right? It was for you. It was for Brian. Right? So I don't have to buy in. It's not necessarily meant for me to buy in. I don't have to support it. It's your dream, your goal, your vision, right? You have to buy in. That's the only person that has to buy in. For me, bro, I distinctly remember, shout out to my wife, man. I distinctly remember, like, in the beginning, like, and this is my dog, this is my ride or die. You know what I mean? Like Bunny and Clyde, this is my dog. She was just like, shout out to Nikita. But she, you know, and rightfully so. You know, it was a lot. We had a lot going on. New house, new baby, new job. It was a lot. I don't have that to give. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that to give. And I had to respect that. She was like, I'm not the entrepreneur.
But you know what the problem with that a lot of people start? You know what the problem with that, where a lot of people stop? She may not have had that to give. You didn't need that to receive from the beginning.
No. And I told her respectfully, I'm gonna keep pushing without you, right? And you jump in when you can. If you don't, it's all good. It's all love. I still love you. Right. And she respect that.
Yeah. I want to add something to that.
Go ahead.
It's so crazy because what I see end up happening is a lot of the people who don't do what you did, they end up resenting their partners.
Yeah.
They end up looking at their partners as you're the reason why I'm in this position. You can't blame this person.
Nah, not at all.
You can't blame this person.
Not at all.
You chose this.
Yep.
You chose to either listen and not do it, or you failed to act. You chose to not act. You cannot blame this person. And if you choose to resent them for that, you have to turn the mirror.
Yeah.
You gotta turn the fingers back and point at yourself.
100%. I just believe that in partnerships, friendships, relationships, all this good stuff, it's your vision, your dream, and your goals. It is on you to get this off the ground, right? It is on you to light the fire, right? You can't expect everyone to have a match on your fire. It's your fire. You the one you gotta add gas. You the one who have to strike these matches. You have to put in the work. I'm a firm believer in that, and I never once was upset with my wife. I got it. Like mentally, she had checked out. Baby, job, she was emotionally drained. I got it. On the other side of that, I was like, I understand that. However, I want this. And I gotta go and get this. So baby, if you can give me a few hours a day, I'm gonna step out, I'm gonna be over here doing this. And I'm gonna give this my all because I knew I had to bring the bacon home. I had to bring something to the table. And so I didn't get mad at her. I wasn't upset at her. I wasn't upset at my mom when she made those statements. I wasn't upset with my brother. My brother told me, like, bro, you doing too much. I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad at all. I was like, but this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? This is what God gave me. This is the vision that I see. I see something bigger. I see something different. I gotta go and get it. It's on me to go and get it. And look at us now.
And that's exactly the reason why anytime I've ever started a business, and again, same thing to you, business that succeeded and business that failed. And I actually want to talk about what failure means in just a second, right? But at the end of the day, to your point, all that you can count on is you, right? To your point, right? Cool. With that being said, at the end of the day, right, you do not need anything outside. Like I don't know what this fixation is with people thinking that they need to start a business with 2, 3, 4, 5 different people. I'll be so direct, right? I'll be so direct. If I get on a Zoom call with somebody who's trying to apply for Event Space Elites and there's 5 people on the call, I'm cutting that call short. Because you guys aren't here to make a decision. You guys are not here to make a decision. You're here to talk to Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Get the information, and then go have another meeting about the meeting and try to figure out.
We're not getting anything done here.
That's gonna happen.
And I would humbly and respectfully tell somebody that straight up like, hey, look, listen, I've been doing this for a while. I respect what you guys got going on. In my experience, people who do this with these many amount of people, they don't get anything. Nope. It's just too many hands in the fire. Nope. Too many hands in the pot. Yep. Right? And that's why it goes back to the saying, many hands in the pot spoils the pot. It spoils it.
1,000.
Because then you have all these different opinions that frankly half of them don't mean shit. Nope. Nobody here is an expert. Nobody here is an expert. And it goes back to the same thing. You are putting your goals and dreams in all these other person's hands. So you cannot be mad at them when a year goes by and you're still in the same place. You still working that job.
It's yours.
It's on you. 100% you. So speaking of that, this one is probably the biggest one of them all, right? Okay. I'm scared of what happens if it fails.
What would I rank this? Fear. It's ultimately fear. I'm gonna give it
a fucking Z. No, I mean I'm scared of what happens if it fails. For that quick second, let's define what failure looks like.
Yeah, okay.
Because so many people are scared of failure.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens if it fails? Let's map that out.
Yeah.
What happens if it fails? I'll lose some money and I'll have to start from scratch. Okay, cool. If you lose some money, what are you gonna be doing? Oh, I'll probably have to be working. Well, that's what you're doing now.
Anyway, right.
That's what you're freaking doing now.
Yeah.
So but in one scenario, you have never even given yourself the opportunity.
You never even tried.
You've never even tried.
Yeah.
People like me, and I've had businesses that have failed.
Yeah.
But I've never used that word because I've always learned.
Yeah.
I've always learned. So it's always been a net positive anyway.
Yeah.
I've always learned.
So I remember having a conversation with one of my best friends. This is years ago, and it was a business that I was getting into, and he was like, "Bro, I don't know. It's very risky. It's very risky. What happens if it fails?" And my first response was, "What happens if it doesn't fail? Like, what happens if it skyrockets?" I'm focused on that because that's the type of energy I'm putting into this. I'm not putting the energy into this saying, if it fails, I got a plan B, I can always, that's not the type of energy I'm putting out there. I'm putting the energy like, I know I'm going to get what I want out of this. Now, if it does fail, it's not life altering. I'm not gonna be up under the bridge tomorrow, right? I'm not gonna put myself out there like that. But at the same time, I think that the fear, the worst thing happening, handicaps a lot of people, and I think that's like one of the worst things you can let happen to you because you don't even give yourself a chance. It's like the lottery, right? You don't even get it. You're not even playing the ticket. You don't even know, like, oh, the jackpot is 500 million. Have you played the ticket? Have you bought a ticket? Oh, but you're not in the running. You know what I'm saying? You haven't put yourself in the game. It's the same thing with entrepreneurship. Put yourself in the game because there are 2 types of people. There's spectators and they're participators, right? There are people who are on the sideline. What if this doesn't go right? What happens over here? And they're participators. There are people who are actually getting down and dirty, who are making it work. I want to be a participant each and every day, 1,000.
I don't know if you remember, but I mean, this is probably, there's been a bunch of situations like this, right? But a few years ago, there was this bad storm and a pilot had to land a plane under these very, very, chaotic
crazy conditions, yeah.
Right? And the whatever bureau or government or whatever entity oversees pilots, right? They wanted to take away his license because they felt that he didn't act in best probable cause or best judgment in that particular situation. There was a whole lot of back and forth in terms of like, hey, did he do like his best thing? Did he follow protocol? Did he follow his trainings? They ran a simulator. They ran a simulator simulating those same exact conditions, and the simulator performed worse than that pilot. And it just underscored the fact it is so easy to judge
From the sideline.
from the sidelines of how something should look, how something should be. I'm on calls all the time when people are just like, oh yeah, I saw this venue and I didn't like the way they did this, I didn't like the way they do that.
They're in business.
They're in business.
They're in business though, yeah.
They're in business.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
They can always autocorrect.
Yeah, I say the same thing. I'm like, but where's yours?
Where's
You
yours?
feel me? Yeah.
You hating from outside the club. You can't even get in.
Nah, bro. You a participator, bro. You feel me?
You're a spectator.
You're a spectator. They're a participator. Like, you in the stands. You feel me? You bought a ticket to their game.
Right?
You feel me?
Like so what are we really talking about?
Yeah.
There's nothing to talk about.
Nah,
Like
I don't stand for that. Yeah.
I don't stand for that either. And any single time that somebody ever says something like that, I'm just like, so where's yours?
Yeah.
They in the game. What are you doing?
It's easy to judge when you don't have.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's
100%.
easy to judge. It's easy to look and say, oh, if I had it, I would do this.
Yeah.
Be my guest.
Be my guest.
You feel me?
I'm waiting.
Yeah, step up.
I'm waiting.
Nah, man, come on, man. Like it's every day is opportunity out here for everybody to go and get it. There's also opportunity for everybody to make an excuse, right, and talk about what they should and what they could do. Man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that because I know that it's not easy. I know that there's going to be trials and tribulations. I know that there's waves and entrepreneurship. It's like this sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I know that there's hiring seasons, there's firing seasons. I know that it's gonna be time when we up and it's time when we gotta buckle in, right? But you on the sideline, you have never experienced any of that, so it's easy for you to say what you would do. You don't even know what the seatbelt feel like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what it's like to file taxes.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't hired or fired. You don't know what the SOP is.
Mm-hmm.
You can miss me with that.
Mm-hmm. 100%. So this one it kind of goes back to one that we did before, but yeah, it does kind of go back to one that we did before. It's worded a little bit different, but I feel like it's a big thing, right? So I'm gonna kind of switch it up a little bit, right?
Okay.
So it's people who say I don't have time, but more so in the realm of, to our point before, where they just don't make time.
Yeah, that's BS. That's F. To me, I feel like you make time for what's important. Right? You make time for what's important. For me, right? And I just feel like what you invest your time in and what you invest your money in dictates who you are and what you want to do with your life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so if you spend your time looking at the latest reality show, watching all the sports, LeBron stats, what team he going to next, you are in the club, you got the happy hour going, you're not working out, you're not doing anything positive, and then you tell me you don't have time. That's F, that's BS, right? You do have time. We all have time. Me, you, Oprah, Barack, everyone has the same 24 hours. What makes successful people different from the unsuccessful is how they spend their 24.
Here's one that we didn't do.
Okay.
Here's this will be the last one, right? Here's one that we didn't do.
Let's go.
I didn't know how.
Let's see, Z.
Okay.
All right, give me a Z.
Okay.
All right, let's see. There's this thing called Google, right? It's Google, right? Google.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
It's been around for like 30 years.
Google. My brother was telling me about this other one. YouTube or something like that? Alright. Google. Yeah. Me and my wife were talking about this new one that just came out.
Okay.
Chat G
something.
Chat G plus?
G something. Chat G something. Right? GPT. Chat GPT. We got my personal favorite, Claude.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
There is no excuse. The information is plenty.
I'm not gonna lie, if you, honest to God, I can't even say respectfully because this is gonna be disrespectful. If I'm talking to somebody and they say something along the lines of I don't know how to start.
Bro.
Now, how to improve is a different situation.
That's different.
How to improve is it because if you didn't do something yet, then it might be difficult to improve it.
For sure.
But in terms of at least the building blocks
The start. Nah, bro.
I'm gonna look at you like you have Down syndrome.
I'm not.
Respect to all my, and I know people with Down syndrome. They're probably they wouldn't say something like that.
They wouldn't say that.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna look at you like you're retarded.
Nah.
Because with all the resources in the world, and you're saying I didn't know how,
Yeah.
it just tells me you didn't even try.
Yeah.
You didn't try. And that's always the follow-up question, because it's just like, oh, well,
What have you
tried so far?
Yeah, what have you tried? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what have you tried so far?
Yeah.
And then it's always like,
Yeah.
Alright.
Come on, that's BS. That's Z. That's Z to me. You know what I'm saying? That's bottom of the barrel. I feel like,
I'd rather you just straight up tell me you were scared.
yeah, or just tell me that it's just something you're thinking about, right? It's just, I was thinking about doing this. I haven't really put that much into it.
Right.
Versus telling me, I want to do it. I really, really want to do this. I just don't know where to start. No, you really don't want to do it. No, that's cap. You really don't want to do it, because if you really wanted to do it, you would, your approach would be different. Hey, I really want to do this. I've done all the research. I've Googled YouTube. I've been on all the courses. I got the books. I got this. I'm just afraid to start. That's a different conversation, right? Or I'm lacking the money. All right, cool. Let's talk about that. My credit is there. How do I apply for the business fund? Let's talk about it, right? I don't know how to do it.
I think that's utter nonsense.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie to you. That shouldn't even be on the list of excuses.
Not at all.
That's damn near ignorant.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about
Like, you haven't utilized any resources, frankly. You haven't.
Zero.
And especially and here's the thing, right? It'd be the funniest when people would say, when people who came from the YouTube channel say I didn't know how to start. You came from YouTube.
I watched all the YouTube videos.
You watched YouTube videos.
I watched all the YouTube videos on how to start.
And that's the thing that tells me, like, okay, you're scared.
Yeah, it's fear.
It's fear.
It's fear.
Like, you're scared. Like, there's just no way. Let's peel back the curtains. Let's dig a little bit deeper here.
Where's that fear coming from?
You know what I mean? Like, you're scared.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Y'all, if you enjoyed this video, let me know if any of these things have been holding you back. Let me know if any of these things have been a problem for you. We definitely, each and every one of those, we broke down a couple different steps and whatnot in terms of how you can move past those situations. But of course, we got over 2,000 videos on YouTube. You can definitely check it out. Make sure you get more information so that you don't end up making these excuses. You could be in business tomorrow. You want to leave them with something?
No excuses, just adjustments.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes. If you want it, let's go get it. It's out there.
Let's go.